Let's do this. Hey guys, I want to talk about Sonic. I want to talk about Sonic and the Black Knight. God, I hate when my throat's dry. Luckily for me, I got some water. So hold on, folks. But like I said, I want to talk about Sonic and the Black Knight simply because, well, out of all the Sonic games from the from the mid 2000s, that one I that one I love because it mixed two things I was into at the time: Arthurian lore and some Arthurian lore is kind of in my lore. Just to be quite, just to tell you, just telling you that now. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but hey, whatever. If you didn't catch it, you caught it now because I just said it. Anywho, so so Sonic and the Black Knight. Well, to me, I've always loved Sonic and the Black Knight. Actually, I love that and Sonic Unleashed with the Werehog. I don't get anybody's mental malfunction when it comes to the Werehog. The only thing I really didn't like about freaking Sonic Unleashed is the Sun and Moon medals and how hard it is to go get them when you need them. That's the only thing I hated. But people always cringe at like freaking Sonic and Black Knight because it's Sonic with a gun. I mean, Sonic with Sonic with the sword, not Sonic with a gun. That's Shadow. Anyways, there was like Sonic with a sword, and to me, I'm like, okay, Sonic has a sword, and because like Screw Attack would do it, and IGN would totally do it because IGN just had this hate boner for Sonic. None of us could explain it. It was a thing, and it just never went away really, and we never understood why that was. You know. But personally, I always loved Sonic. I always loved Sonic the Black Knight, and when a little 16-year-old Bugsy got to sing that song, I could do it way better nowadays, but not the point. But I really did have a lot of love for that game. Still do. Still in my closet. I haven't really done anything. I haven't really played it in like years, but it's good to just look at that game and go, yeah, you may have not been the like you may not have been the game that people loved, but you were the game that I loved, that I did love, and spent a lot of time practicing sword play, which with me is an actual thing I used to do with my dad. So stuff like that. So I guess it's the reason I like swords as a weapon for all my characters because it does relate to me. But yeah. I mean, the story had a very powerful message. Like, yeah, life is short, but enjoy it while you can. Live life to the fullest and have fun, dude. Because you shouldn't worry about your own death. If it comes, it comes. You can't just sit there and worry about it. You just gotta enjoy the time while you got it, and just enjoy it with the people and the time you have, and just make it a fucking good one. And let's be real, even Jason Griffith, as much as we all used to dog on him back in the day, I mean, a lot of us did. Let's be real. I ca- I called Nintendo America just uh just to see if I can get just so we could get Ryan Drummond back into Smash. And and also people blame Duz for the fact that Brawl was taking so long because like legit they thought because we were asking for Ryan Drummond they were redoing the game when really that wasn't even happening. And I just, we do a lot, and that is always gonna be under my stupid Sonic fan stuff that I used to do because I followed the crowd instead of because back then I followed the crowd instead of following my own way like I do now. So I still think about that and go, yeah, I was dumb. Jason Griffin wasn't a bad Sonic. I mean, I take him I'll take him or Ryan any day because like everybody's like, no, Ryan doesn't have the voice anymore. I mean, yeah, to an extent, but sometimes when you're like watching the Sonic and Tails R thing and you just hear Sonic's voice, just a bit, you hear that and it just hearing Ryan voice Sonic again, it just bursts in your head. You're like, oh, nostalgia. I try to be fair with those episodes. I swear to you, I try to be so fair. Because I don't want to, because, a lot of people give Amy Jones a pass, and people would give Ryan Drummond a pass, and I don't want to give them passes. I'm going to get back to just doing reactions on Sonic and Tails R pretty soon. But I want you all to know that again, I don't try to give them pass just because she's Emmy Jones and that's Ryan Drummond, one of the Sonics that made my childhood. I try to be a little bit more fair than that. A lot of people don't like that because like, Bugsy, how dare you not kiss the ground Emmy Jones walks on? Seriously, some people have actually said that to me. You can't see it now because YouTube took down those freaking comments. I looked, and they ain't there. I was like, oh, what the? But yeah, it was really like, the Sonic fandom sometimes can be very hyperbolic. Hell, it can act like a real dysfunctional family at times. Some fandoms can be like a family, and for better or worse, I'm in the fandom. Because as much as it's fucked up on the inside, some people in this fandom make it worth it. They make it worth it to they make it worth it to stay. Like, I'm not praising all the bad fandom. I'm not praising all the bad fans, but if you're bitching about not safe for work art with Sonic, every fucking video game character or every video game character, every cartoon character has not safe for work art. Okay, there ain't nothing you can do about that. That is always gonna be a thing. You gotta just deal with it. All right. Put your little Christian boy eyes away. Seriously, seriously. Some people, it's hitting, and some people would just be actively looking for it, and I'd just be sitting there. You have to actively look for that to actually see it. It just doesn't pop up when you see Sonic, like, ooh, you're gonna see Sonic's chili dog. Ew. Like, seriously. Some people really get mad at the not safe for work art, but it's like, dude, you're in this fandom, right? Uh-huh. And they're like, uh-huh. And you're mad at the not safe for work art. Yeah. Here's my rebuttal. Who cares? If people, you know what to it, let them fap. It does not matter. If it's hurting you, if it's like physically hurting your fat, yeah, you need to just walk away from the internet now. Because seriously. Because okay. Here's an example. So I'm making a video about the fourth Powerpuff Girl, Bliss, from the Powerpuff Girl reboot. And this person commented on my videos saying that I was messed up for cussing at everybody when I literally said I don't want my comments to be a video, to be a thing about Bliss's race, because I don't want it to become into I don't want it to be a flame war over like something that's kind of meaningless. It's just something that a creator wanted to do, and I just didn't want it to be like you don't come to my channel for like discussions about race and stuff. There's other people who do that. I'm the funny haha man. I'm the funny haha jester man. You know you don't go for me to hear like all that stuff. So I'm like I don't want it in my comments. But this person just like yeah I was gonna watch it because you cussed. I'm like I just go like guys if you ever get like offended by my cussing, you have either lived the most sheltered life imaginable, and you've never watched Jerry Springer in your life, where 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 back in the day, Jerry Springer was like, my cousin is sleeping with my cousin is sleeping with my girlfriend today on Jerry Springer. Like, I used to watch Jerry Springer playing all the freaking time, and it used to be so freaking funny. Like, like a bunch of crazy people just being on that show all the time. But I digress. Just thinking about good times, anyways. I just feel like if like not safe for work or people cussing is pulling you away from fandom, yeah, you shouldn't be in it because either you're way too sensitive and you shouldn't just be around stuff like that. Also, had some headway with Forever Rivals, Rama Forever Rivals, which would probably be like if I wanted to abbreviate it, it'd probably be R F R. It'd probably be RFR. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool because like legit, I some of the concepts I've been I have like this little, I have this like I have voice memos on my phone. I use it like a little audio journal. So basically, what I like to do is just kind of talk about my thoughts about a certain Rama episode, and that will get turned into a brief review of the Rama episode in question, and then I just start talking about the various stuff that my character and various plot points I want to do for Rivals. That's pretty much what I do, and I have some good stuff. But so you know, and I want to make it not only for me, but just for people who maybe don't really think that Rama is that good, and I want to show them that yes, Rama is that good. And most of the stuff I got, the stuff from the ideas I got were from the manga and anime, and I just tweaked them ever so slightly. I don't get like this one dude's like, Rama's the worst anime of all time. I'm like, I sat there, I saw this review, and I was like, what the fuck did you say? Like, part of me went like, what the fuck did you say? And he's entitled to his own opinion, but to me, being a fan who hasn't watched Rama in like at least a good like a good few months or like to a year, it's still pretty funny. Like, it is. Like, even though my humor really does skew, like, a little bit of toilet humor, a little bit of, a little bit of toilet humor, a little bit of dark humor. Like, with Rama, I can just, like, laugh at these characters and enjoy that, man. And if someone doesn't like it, well, cool. Well, cool for you. You probably don't like freaking Inuyasha for the exact same reason. Because even though Inuyasha is more actiony, and and has an emphasis on romance, just like Ranma, I guess the jokes that they use ain't the jokes that they use must annoy you too. That's what I'd say to that person that was reviewing it. Because like legit, it's actually fun. It's actually more funny than I remember. Kuno's a brain dead idiot. So is Moose. So is Ryoga. So Ryoga, I don't really hate as much. I just feel like if I could like when it comes to like Ryoga, I just feel like he could find somebody that is way better than Akane. He could. He literally could. But he just chooses to. He chooses, basically, to only. He chooses to only follow Akane, and it's sad because he could have like anybody he wants. Like Ryoga probably could get a chick, but he's like stuck trying to get Akane, and Akane barely wants him after that one episode where Akane sees his full strength on display. The full strength of his love. Personally. And I can understand not being with somebody who can literally break your spine in half with a hug. And you're probably wondering, why am I talking about this now? Not like that's going to be an episode earlier on. Plunging Ryoga into a little bit of depression and what would have some other stuff. Not doing an episode like that. I mean, what are you saying? It's not like Ryoga. Every time he's depressed, he uses an attack that really heightens it. It's not that he uses an attack that really. The more depressed he is, the more powerful he is. And I'm going to do something with that. No. What makes you believe that I would do such a thing? No, ever since SMP4 like did that War of the Fat Italians where Waluigi basically gets super. He uses the fact that he was like really super depressed that he didn't get into Smash, and it just clicked in my head that that's a Ryoga thing to do. Like, think about it. If he was like super depressed, he'd be as powerful as Waluigi in that freaking story. And I kind of want to do a storyline kind of like that, just a little bit more Ranma-esque in nature. I don't know, nothing too dark. Because Ryoga's a simple person. You can't really pull a lot of, you can't pull too much complex emotion out of the guy without it seeming kind of forced. But I want something that pulls him completely over the edge. Ryoga's like, I want Ryoga to literally be so sad and just. I like his usual depression fights with Ranma where he's like strong. No, it's different this time because Akane is the one to finally say, Ryoga, I don't like you like that. And then it just sends Ryoga down this like spiral. And then, he's like, Akane would have never said that. Even with Ranma there, and then he looks at my character DB, and goes like, "It's because of you, isn't it?" And I want that. I want that. I want like Ryoga. I want Ryoga like pissed at my character. I want him to be pissed at DB, and DB is the one that has. Ranma gets like knocked out. Like Ranma puts up a good fight, but really can't handle him. And even says to Ranma, "It's not you I want to fight, Ranma. It's him." And like, it'll be one of the moments where you actually see DB fight actually seriously. Because most of the time, because throughout this season, you're gonna see like you're gonna read that DB kind of just like uses like a little bit of his like energy. He doesn't even use all of it. He just uses like a good 20%, and it's just what he's. It's what he does when he's going up against Moose and Kuno and Ryoga and like Principal Kuno because he just doesn't like see them as legitimate threats. But he sees Ryoga as like a legitimate threat at that moment, and he literally starts fighting him a lot more serious, like he would Rama. You know, because they're forever rivals. You know, see what I did there. It also does pertain to his rivalry with Ryoga also. But I do want to lean on to the fact that Rama, other than DB, like DB is like Rama's only friend for real. Because Ryoga wants to freaking kill him for being with Akane, and Ukyo literally sees him as a romantic foil for a bit. So I just want to do that. Yes, yes. This video was about Sonic, but then I shift gears into Ranma. Funny how that works. But you know, what I'm probably gonna do is gonna be a lot of stuff, and even maybe somewhere down the line with the other projects. The other projects are gonna have movies, and so will this. Like just me writing an actual movie. Good, trying to find a good animation. I'm trying to find maybe a good 3D animating thing because I'm pretty. I'm used to animating 3D. Nothing too major or big. It was just something I used to do. But yeah, I want to do something with that. Like I don't know, like a 3D thing about a 3D thing, like a 3D Rama movie with everything in it, and I would get an actual voice cast to voice Rama, Akane, Principal Kuno. Even though I could technically do his voice too, but I hate it. I hate that. I hate the fact that I can actually do it. And you know, I can still do Hoppaside's voice as well, even though it's not really what people would consider Hoppaside's voice. But I kind of like it this way. What a haul! What a haul! Rama, my boy. And I was thinking of doing a few crossovers with Rama Forever Rivals. And this one's gonna be weird, but I wanted to do a crossover with like Street Fighter. It's one of the things I wanted to do because I literally think that you could actually combine Street Fighter and Rama's world, and stuff wouldn't be as hard to explain. But I don't know if that's gonna be a movie or just a special episode. I'm still thinking about that. But it will probably have Bison in it, and I do like, and this crossover may rewrite a little bit of Street Fighter Five. You know, the stuff with Charlie Nash, because I want to give him a better ending. And trust me, Ranma and DB are gonna be there. Like they're gonna be the only Ranma characters. Like Ranma's only gonna be the only one there. Probably Akane will be captured by Shaolu, and so will the others. And like DB is like already ready to help. But the moment like they find out that the moment he finds out that Shaolu kidnaps Ukyo, Like he goes into high gear. He's like, you know, oh Vega, if you did this, if you so much as harm a single hair on Ukio's head, I'm gonna make you wish. I'm gonna make you wish you would have left Shadow Lu in a. I'm gonna make you wish that I'm gonna make you wish that. He goes like, I'm gonna make you wish that I should. I'm gonna make you wish that you would have died that day out. That day I could have took you out. Because actually, I'm not gonna reveal too much, but let's just say, DB has a history with Shadowloo, but not because he worked with them. It's more because he fought against them and fought against Bison, or at least one of his bodies. And he knows some of the more of the Street Fighter cast. I ain't gonna say who he knows more than others, but if you know the main lore, you already know which one's gonna be the first person he sees. But that's all I really have to say on the matter. But like again, trust me. '06. But getting back to Sonic, '06 was a bad game. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for you. I ain't gonna say anything you ain't heard before. But could we all stop using it as a? Could we all stop talking about it, please? I'm tired of people talking about Sonic '06. A lot of us are, man. I get it. Y'all didn't like Sonic having romance with a human, and I agree with that. But can we let it go? Y'all and can we stop treating the Archie comics like it's like the second coming of Sonic '06? Just because y'all didn't like a bunch of stories that like showed Sonic in a different way, but it felt natural for his fucking character? Like Jesus! Like I love how you guys will throw a conniption at like Sonic and Tails having a fight, or Sonic having like romance problems, but y'all treat it like it's the worst thing in the world when really it ain't that bad. Or the usual question I get, why do you justify Sonic and Sally having babies? And I'll be like, because Sonic and Sally having babies in Mobius 25 years later makes sense, because Mobians, in a sense, are like humans to the point where it don't matter which race you are, you're gonna be able to have a baby either way it goes. So, it's like that. But like, I don't know, for some people that is like the most hardest thing for them to grasp. To me, all I gotta say to you guys, why put real world physics in a world that doesn't adhere to our physics? Okay? Why put real life biology in a world that doesn't have real life biology? Because we don't have big blue hedgehogs walking around. We don't have sentient animals just walking around going, long time no see. Again, I am working on a few episodes of Project Freedom, but they're not done yet. And we're going to really talk about, like, we're going to talk a little bit about Mobian biology. Because, honestly, I just feel like none of you get it, and it's really kind of sad that some of you are just, like, you don't understand this when, like, literally Mobians are basically like humans at this point. Their DNA has evolved and mutated enough to where it could be like us, and they can reproduce like we can, despite the being a hedgehog or chipmunk, because their DNA is the same their DNA is that much the same, like it's that much the same to where it is compatible. So yeah, If you want a bit deeper explanation, I will talk about. We're gonna talk about the Zorda, but not now. So I think I'm done here. I think that's all I really have to say on various things. You got some more You got some more Robin Forever Rival stuff, and my whole gripe with freaking people talking about why can't Sonic and Sally get down? And then some people will be like, why not Amy? Because Amy and Sonic are the same species. Well, I like to think that Hedgehog, Chipmunk, they're all subspecies when you're a Mobian. But that's how it is. I'm gonna go now before these barks get any more louder. Peace.